Hello everyone and welcome back to Babs Hockey. Today I'm going to talk about the first goal scoring principle for this full week here on this YouTube channel. You'll be getting the full video. On my Instagram you shall be getting little snippets of these 5 examples of this goal scoring principle. The way I see it, if you break it down into 2 different ways to score goals, and that's either you shoot when the goalie is moving or shoot when the goalie least expects it. Today we're going to talk about shooting when the goalie is moving. And so we'll go through a different couple scenarios on how you can utilize this principle and effectively score more goals. And so we're going to walk through a couple of these examples here. The first one is right here when you have the puck carrying this. I've talked about the midline right through here and how if you carry it across, you carry it or pass it across, you increase your chances by 20% you're going to score. In effect, why that is so effective and why that is true is that you force the goalie to move. And so when you see this here, Kucherov, he's changing the angle, waiting for the lane, and he shoots through that triangle, effectively forcing the goalie to move through here. And so what it makes it very difficult for him to track. If you watch the goalie, he's doing these small micro shuffles and he catches him off guard right through there and he's unable to react quick enough. And so when you shoot through that screen and you force that goalie to move, it becomes very difficult for them to make that save. And you can use this by, again, creating lanes and being patient, shooting through screens, which will be something else. This would be less of a screen, more of just moving across that midline. And so moving through here now, this is one of the ozone patterns that I discovered through the IQ game system. And this is when you see someone's a threat to shoot to get to this open ice. And so what you're going to see is this attack right down to the dot lane, and Point's going to move into this open ice. And this will create this lane so that he can open up the goalie. And so he sees that he lays this puck up, the goalie is moving across, waits for him to get fully across, and then he puts it back against the grain, finishing this puck. And so, again, part of our shot selection sequence here, if you've worked with me in the past, is if it's a slow pass or a pass where the goalie can come all the way across, you shoot back against the grain. And this is where you see a very effective usage of this play. So when you see this pass, again, he's in this threat to shoot position, moves this puck across the road with a pass this time, and now the goalie's moving and just times it where he puts it back where he came from, making it a very difficult save for him to make. Moving forward here into this next play, whenever you see this puck go behind the goal line, I want you to watch the goalie. He's got to move his head, he's moving his body, and he's moving in, out, and now it becomes very difficult for him to make the save. When you get these passes from below the goal line, they got to move side to side, come kick off this post, and it's a great shot here. And really, it's just about getting this puck off quickly into some open space, and he's moving. It makes it very difficult for him to make this save. And so whenever you're in that slot area, that pass is coming out to the slot, work on getting that quick release off. You've got the goalie moving, so you just got to hit the net. You got to find an area and hit it. So this is a great example of just getting lost into that open space and then finishing this puck here. So moving to the next clip here. This is one of my favorite examples, and it's the 2-touch. And whenever this puck comes quickly across the midline, you want to aim for that short side because the goalie's moving. So Taves uses the 2-touch where he touches and then snaps it off, and Rene's still moving, and it's very difficult for him to react and make this save. And it's such an effective shot because, again, he's turning his head, he's trying to move across. He makes sure that this is quick. It's touch, on net, 2 touches, and he finishes this puck on the short side. And again, it's very difficult for Rene to get set because he's still moving, trying to react and get into get to block as much as the ice as possible to make this shot more difficult. And then to finish this off right through here on our last clip right here, this is a great utilization of the skating skills that I've been training this summer with myself and my athletes right through here. Great usage of the anchor. So this pass comes across, goalie comes across, and he uses the anchor to pull this puck back across. And again, this is all based off the premise of using the principle of shoot when the goalie's moving. He could have just simply shot this puck right through here, but again, with access to these skating skills, he's able to pull this goalie across and now create, again, moving the puck across that royal road multiple times, and now it increases his odds even more, finishing it with a nice backhand. So I hope you like this little video series, just giving you a couple different examples of how you can move the goalie. You can use the screen, you can use a deke, you can use, again, just carrying the puck across the midline, and then when you or catching a pass across that midline, where now you're forcing the goalie to move and using some of the things that I've been showing you with the shot selection sequence, or using some of the things like, again, these principles, you're going to score more goals. So let me know what you think. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, to click the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you think below. I'd love to hear from you. And this is just another skill, another principle that will get your game to that next level, that will really skyrocket your scoring in general. So make sure to practice this in practices, games, and you'll see your scoring just literally go through the next level.